V-Team, welcome to your Tuesday edition of Up to Speed on this October 11th. Good to be with you. It is buzzing here in Basking Ridge and wherever you're sitting. This is going to be an exciting one because we do have Mr. Hans Vestberg joining us. We'll be talking about updates about Florida, as well as, if you saw in the reminder email, Advancing 2.0, something that we'll be sharing from Hans and some of our leaders as well. So exciting update here. So let's go right to it. Let's get to Hans. Hans is joining us virtually. It is good to be with you, sir. Happy Tuesday, and looking forward to what you're sharing today.
Hey, Andy, how are you doing, man? Great seeing you all. Hi, all V-teamers. Always great to be up to speed. A couple of things, as Andy said, I will talk about. I want to start talking about Hurricane Ian, and I know that we have talked a little bit about it before, but I think it's just important to reinforce. And of course, sending our prayers and our support to the impacted families that have lost friends, families, homes, and everything in this devastating hurricane that is just so brutal. But I also want to reach out and thank the V-teamers that you have seen on Up to Speed and other communication went in the toughest impacted areas to fix the fiber cuts or bringing spare parts or see that our radio base stations are working in order to keep the network up. And there are so many that I would like to thank that has done such an outstanding job for Verizon. So I cannot go over all of the names, but clearly there are so many of you that has field engineers, technicians, operation and maintenance staff from Verizon has been out there doing a job, sleeping on places that you never would sleep. And I got the first sort of feedback from Kyle, my lady, our CTO, that was down himself and met all their teams. So thank you all, guys. I know this is a hard time. It's a hard time for family, friends down there. But it's also a lot of our V-teamers that live in these areas that has been very impacted. And I just want to reach out to them and give them all the support. You know, guys, that we have our V2V fund, which is basically done for us to support each other. There are more than 100 of our V-teamers that actually have applied for support from the V2V fund. HR, together with the V2V fund, is working through that. They have not only lost their homes, they have actually, many of them lost their office as well, because many of them were working from home. So I'm sending my best regards and give them all the support. You have the QR code here up on the screen if you want to donate to the fund. Verizon has also done donations to the Florida disaster fund, where 125,000. We have also donated 250,000 to small business recovery. Important for us is, of course, to continue to give that support, and we know how important the network is and the communication in times like this. So it's going to take time to recover this, but our team is doing everything they can, and they are doing a great job. So that was a little bit of Hurricane Ian. Now I want to talk about something called Verizon 2.3. So what is Verizon 2.3? Yeah, many of you remember Verizon 2.0, which was a change of strategy, go-to-market, organization. 2.3 is something a little bit different. So let me say, first of all, we use 2.3 for many reasons. 2.3 stands for 2023, preparing for 2023. But it also stands for, it's not a change of strategy nor a change of culture. But it's clearly a next step or evolution of our organization to be more efficient. And it's also a way to transform, do transformation, so we can actually find efficiencies, so we can invest more, especially in our 5 vectors of growth, because growth is so important for us. So that's what Verizon 2.0 is. And we build this Verizon 2.3 on sort of what we had in Verizon 2.3. And there you have everything we're thinking about when we launched Verizon 2.0 was preserve, strengthen, and transform. And we do the same things right now when it comes to 2.3. We are building on the strength that we need to be stronger on and what we need to be better on. Things like customer experience, go-to-market, seeing that we get the full synergies of center of excellence and support functions, but also that we continue to execute well. So it builds on that fundament that we just need to continue to evolve. The Verizon 2.3 is an evolution of Verizon 2.0, but once again, very important, it's no change of strategy nor any change of culture. So if we look on the high level, what are the initial transformations that we're doing on Verizon 2.3? So first of all, I'm going to talk quickly about it. We're creating something called the Global Service Organization. We are also working to scale our efficiency across the organization. See that we find even more efficiencies in order to invest for the future and for our businesses. And we will also improve our cross-functional efficiency. After 4 years of Verizon 2.0, we have found there are certain processes, interfaces that we need to be better. And we have talked to almost all the top 300 leaders in the company. Where can we do better? Where can we unleash pain in order for us to actually grow faster and actually focus on our customers? And ultimately, we also have a strategy which is a network as a service, and we want as much connections on top of it as possible in order to get the best return on the investment we do in the network. So we need to see that we continue to be agile and slim on our capital. So those are some of the initial key transformation areas of Verizon 2.3, and we will talk about the Global Service Organization in a second. But before that, the goals is, of course, that we continue to increase the focus and investment of the key differentiating areas, our network, our brand, how we go to market, and all of that. We just need to see that we can unleash money to invest in that. We want to improve the organization efficiency. You're seeing that we are taking new steps all the time to be more efficient, to serve our customers better, and see that we can continue to take away pain points in our process. And finally, of course, seeing that we also can do cost savings, and the cost savings coming with that, we can invest in our growth and drive the growth that we have decided in our strategy in the 5 vectors of growth, and ultimately improve the return on capital. So that's really what the initial transformation areas of Verizon 2.3 are. If we then start by looking into what we're now doing. So I said that I wanted to talk about Verizon Global Services. So we are, from the 1st of January, launching a new organization called Verizon Global Services. That is an organization that want to serve all our units, our business units, our network and technology, our corporate functions, in order both to be more efficient, but also deliver capabilities at scale, using our scale in order to be more efficient. This is, of course, a very important next step for us in the Verizon 2.0 in order to take advantage of the scale and sort of the horizontal efficiency we have in the company. So that's what we are launching right now. And Verizon Global Services is a new entity, and it will start the 1st of January. If we go to the next slide. So that means that who's going to run Verizon Global Services? Yeah, he's here, and he will talk to me after me a little bit about it. So Craig Silliman, that you all know, that has been running a lot of our functions in the company, everything from the chief legal officer. He's running supply sourcing real estate. He will take the lead on Verizon Global Services and see that we gain those efficiencies, but also see that we leverage our capabilities across the company much better. And that also means that as of today, as Craig is going to focus on Verizon Global Services, I'm super excited to announce that Vandana Venkatesh will succeed Craig as a chief legal officer. And she has been around the company since 2003. And she's today the chief legal officer or the supporter of Verizon Consumer Group, where she's working today. There are some other related moves that's going to happen because when we're going through all these improvements on efficiency and learn from the top leaders of the company, we're doing 2 moves today. It will come more. That the new business incubation that is under Rima will move to Kyle, to G&T, and the carrier management that is under Sampa today will move to G&T. All of these strategic moves is to unlock growth and build efficiencies. So this is some of the initial things that we're now launching in Verizon 2.3. all in all, to see that we can continue to grow and to be more efficient, and a continuation of Verizon 2.0. And it's, of course, to be fit and strong to compete well when it comes to 2023. That's why we have the name Verizon 2.3. So I think it's a way for us to explain that it's no change of strategy, no change of culture, but we continue to evolve as a company. By that, I would like to hand it over to Craig. Craig will talk a little bit where we are in this formation of Verizon Global Services that are actually going to start the 1st of January 2023. So over to you, Andy and Craig.
All right, Hans, thank you very much. So there you have it, Verizon 2.3. We are entering our Michael Jordan year, 23 here. And yes, Mr. Silliman is here. Craig, it's good to be with you again.
It's always great to be with you,
and congratulations. It's a privilege to be on the starting blocks here with you. Talk to us about what Verizon Global Services means to you and just what's on your mind as we enter this new chapter.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Andy, and thanks always for having me on. So 3 quick things I want to share with you. First, I'd be remiss if I didn't say congratulations to Vandana. I've worked with Vandana for a long time. She is a brilliant leader, a brilliant executive. She is going to be an incredible chief legal officer for Verizon. I'm so happy to have her on the VLC with me. I'm looking forward to taking advantage of her wise counsel and guidance in the months and years to come. So congratulations, Vandana. I'm just so pleased and happy for you and for Verizon for what this means. As far as Verizon Global Services, I just want to share 2 things. Hans really set it up about why we're doing this. So I want to share first kind of where we are. As Andy said, we're just at the starting line. We're sharing this with you as we begin to roll out the idea. We're going to stand it up on January 1st. In the meantime, what we've done is we said, these are the preliminary functions that we think will be part of Verizon Global Services. These leaders are the ones I'll be working with to define kind of what goes into the unit and what comes out. So we'll be working over the next couple of months to establish the org, our metrics, our KPIs, our opportunities to drive both the kind of cost savings that Hans talked about and to address the pain points that both our customers feel and many of you feel on the front line. So I'm really excited about that. Then if we can flip to the next slide. This is where we've started is the primary functions, but if we go to the next slide, this is fundamentally the mission and where we go next. So our mission is to improve the operating leverage of Verizon. So what is operating leverage? It simply means the measure of how much of your revenue goes to the bottom line. So if for every extra dollar of revenue we earn, $1 of cost comes with that, we have no extra profit. That means we have no operating leverage. Whereas if you can get an extra dollar of revenue without incurring any extra cost, you get an extra dollar of profit, and so you have good operating leverage. So what we want to do here is figure out, just like network is the way Hans described it, we build the network once and we sell to all the different customer segments. We're going to take all these shared services of the company, build once and serve everyone so that we're as efficient as possible. Again, we're just launching the organization on January 1st. We're going to be working over the next couple of months to identify opportunities. We're going to be working with leaders all across the business to have those discussions about what makes up the organization and what opportunities we have. But I'd love to hear from you as well. So many of you are on the front lines. You see the customer pain points. You see handoffs that don't work. You see systems issues. We're going to be bringing all that together in an end-to-end view of what is our vendor ecosystem, what is our system ecosystem. So if you see opportunities that we can attack to make your jobs easier, to make your jobs more efficient, to help you serve customers and make the customer journey more efficient, we're not going to duplicate efforts of what's going on already, but if there are new opportunities to attack, we're going to do that. So I'd love to hear from you. What are the things we need to fix for our customer journey? And we'll take an opportunity to attack those.
Yeah, and we've got a perfect way to do that, Craig, because obviously if you want to help Craig, I think we should just set up the email, shouldn't we? So
that'd be an efficient way to do it. See, we're all about efficiency these days.
There we go. See, look at that. Day 1 and we're already doing it.
So have you done it?
Well, I'll be sending in a few emails, but I'll send a meme or two and then the real stuff. But no, the email, of course, is helpcraig@verizon.com. And on your journeys, this is what you hear. Folks wanting to help together, get interactive. Yep. Talk to us about that. Why is that so important for you?
Yeah, it's absolutely right. I've been out traveling a lot the last couple of weeks, and it's been fascinating. When you do town halls, what some people's minds. Of course, what some people's minds, a lot of the things that Hans is talking about, what we're doing around the VLC to address these really competitive markets. But very quickly, in every conversation I have, people go to processes. They go to pain points for customers. They go to how we can be more efficient and how we can make all of our working more efficient, smoother, easier. So that's exactly what Hans has done now in setting this up. And what he's tasked us with is look at all the systems end-to-end, look at all of our vendor ecosystems, all the partners we work with, so many of you deal with day to day, and how do we address those pain points? How do we get more efficient? Yes, some of it may be cost out of inefficiency, and some of it is just those pain points so we can drive revenue by making it easier for us to do business with. So heard Hans loud and clear, because Hans has been listening to all of you about what you're seeing on the front lines, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah, and that reminder this morning, it was Advancing 2.0, and that should apply for all of us being active participants in advancing that 2.0 journey. So looking forward to 2.3. Craig, thank you very much for joining us. Hans, is there anything else that you wanted to add here in this conversation? Anything you'd like to make sure that we address?
No, I think that what we're doing right here, and Craig articulated well, we're progressing on the model that we already have and making it more efficient and seeing that we can unleash both support and capabilities for our business people to even sell more and faster, which is so important. We want to grow, and profitable growth is one of the most important pillars we have in the company. And yes, as Craig said, it's a competitive market. This is our next step to meet that market. I think that we were extremely good at putting ourselves in the Verizon 2.0, and now we take the next step in 2.3 in order to support our businesses. And I think, just to be clear, Craig has a great background for doing this, and this is a teamwork with all the VLC members and all the leaders to make this happen. And I'm really excited about how this come about. We've only worked with this for a couple of months when we started thinking about what is our next step. The team has chipped in fantastically, and it's a really good collaboration.
All right, so as we all take these forward steps, I know we have, as you mentioned, when you mentioned Craig walking into this role here, we have Vandana as well joining us and taking those first steps as our Chief Legal Officer here. Vandana, congratulations. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, thank you.
See, I thought maybe we could, I mean, since you're here, maybe you could kind of, your thoughts on Craig here. I mean, he congratulated you, but what do you think we can improve?
Well, I think I got to start by hiring a lot more lawyers to help Craig. Right?
I see, okay.
But in all seriousness, Craig has been an amazing leader, as has been said. He's done wonderful things for the company. And one of the wonderful things is he's built probably one of the best legal and security teams anywhere, period, anywhere. And I want to thank him for his guidance, his mentorship, his leadership in getting us here. And I just want to say one thing. I mean, we've got a big task ahead of us, and it's everybody's job to do that. So the lawyer's job and the security's job is to first, yes, protect the company, provide governance, compliance, but we're also here to enable the best business outcomes for the company. And that means all the things that we're trying to do, that Hans, VLC, Craig is trying to do, we really want to help do that. We're here, and I'm here, so I would ask you all to reach out. I've worked with many of you over the years, and I'm really looking forward to working with and engaging with many of you here.
And you're going to make sure you send emails to helpcraig@verizon.com.
Yeah, right? I'll be the first one on that list.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you so much.
There we go. Vandana, thank you very much, and
Take
congratulations. Hans, you have the last word, of course. We've got quite the dinner table here now. 2.3.
Yeah.
And of course, as we think about this fourth quarter coming into 23, talk to us about what should be on our V teamers' minds.
First of all, of course, excited to have Vandana joining the leadership team and reporting to me. And as I said before, I mean, this is effective as of today, because we want Craig to focus on setting up the Verizon Global Services. So that's going to be his job, and really excited over that in the next step. And as I said, this is what part of many transformations that we're doing at the same time, but we've been listening to the organization. Where do we have pain points? How can we help our business to sell even better and be more efficient? So that's really where it all comes out, and it's been a really good process. But summing up, I mean, first of all, we don't talk financials today. We are just 2 weeks or 1.5 weeks from our third quarter earnings, so I ask you to tune in for that. So I will not talk about that. But we are in the middle of the fourth quarter. or at least we have started. So don't forget that, because it's very important that we continue to execute and showing up for our customers. But I would say this time is pretty simple, Andy. What type of things do we need to bring to the dinner table? And, you know, there's a lot of meat in this, or fish, or whatever vegetables you're eating. In this conversation, first of all, I think it's good to talk about how we continue to develop Verizon 2.0 to the next step, to 2.3. Whatever that impacts you, it impacts everyone in the company, and how we take it forward in order to support our customers in a better way. That's really a topic, and it will be coming out more information about it, so you're going to get a lot of information around it. Secondly, I think it's very important to think that we come to work every day because of our customers. And thinking about what we're doing, either in Verizon Consumer Group and Business Group, and the things we've done the last 3 to 4 months in a very competitive market, if it's new pricing plans, or if it's a total wireless by Verizon coming out as a new brand, or seeing that Sampan and team are winning new deals, that's why we're here. But also, we're here to support our society. And talking about our team showing up in Florida and all these places that have been impacted by hurricane is also a very important message that you should talk about. And finally, the third thing, I think you should talk about execution. It's all about execution. We have a strategy, network as service, 5 vectors of growth. We are executing on that. Everyone in the company supports the overall strategy. And this is how I do it. Whatever you're working in the company, you are part of that journey. Everyone is part of their purpose. Everyone is part of the strategy. That I wanted to talk about. That's sort of the summary, the 3 points I'm going to bring up with my family. I know they're going to be excited about listening about Verizon 2.3. You know, who couldn't? I was super excited about Verizon 2.0. Now we take the next step in order to be efficient and see that we have the right way to support our business to grow.
It is that next gear that we're looking for as we head into that new year there. Hans, thank you very much for laying out the plan for Verizon 2.3. You heard it here. And of course, a big congratulations to both Craig and Vandana, and a thank you to them for joining us on Up to Speed. A thank you to Hans, and certainly, as Craig mentioned, this is the starting point. This is where we get started. We kick it into high gear. And of course, we're going to finish strong in the fourth quarter. As Hans alluded to, we've got our earnings webcast coming up later this month. And of course, part of advancing 2.0 into 2.3 is all of our jobs as we move forward together. Don't forget to send Craig those emails, helpcraig@verizon.com. So a lot to be excited about, a lot to really frame up the success that we know we're going to have moving into 23. That's all for now, but thanks to the team for watching. Hope you have a great day, and until next time, you're Up to Speed.